happen to Parliament should it fail to pass the bill? Does it stand dissolved? Will we see President Uhuru Kenyatta, opposition leader Raila Odinga whip their members to a parliamentary group just to ensure that they support this bill? And Wakili, you've heard what Deputy President William Ruto has said. You've also heard what Elgeyo Marakwet Senator Kipchumba Murkomen has said. As we speak right now, will we see the bill passed on Wednesday, or it will flop again once members of Parliament go to the floor of the House to vote?
Brenda, thank you very much. First and foremost, there are two angles to this bill. One, there is the legal aspect and the constitutional aspect. Then we have the political aspect. Legally, Parliament as constituted now is an illegal entity. I'm likely to see somebody going to court and challenge any law that has been passed by an illegal entity called Parliament, by virtue that the way Parliament is constituted now does not comply with the provisions of the Constitution. Therefore, any product out of Parliament, being a law, being a bill, being rules and regulations, stand to be a nullity, because the legality of Parliament has been put to question. And this went to the Constitutional Court, and Justice Mativo was very clear that Parliament must pass that. That is the legal position. If they do not pass this bill on Wednesday this week, are we likely to see anybody invoking Article 261 by writing to the Chief Justice? And the Chief Justice, pursuant to that Article 261, shall write and advise the President. And the words are very clear. The President shall dissolve Parliament.
And Wakili, as you talk about Article 261, in 2015, we saw the former Chief Justice, that is William Mutunga, also give Parliament until, if I may get it right, to give Parliament the deadline of the 27th of August 2015 to pass this bill.
Yes.
That never happened. So as we speak, is Parliament, let me say in office, are members of Parliament in office the right way? Because the deadline passed in 2015, August 27th.
Justice Mutunga was a bit diplomatic. We are dealing with a Chief Justice who has the spine. We are dealing with a Chief Justice who will implement the law as it is. Remember, the Chief Justice, Justice Maraga, has already at one time made a nullification of our presidential election. That's a serious action from him. I'm likely to see anybody, and it does not say who, any Kenyan, anybody can petition the Chief Justice, and the Chief Justice will simply instruct the President to do that. So, are we likely to see this? According to the lawyers. But politically, it's quite different. Remember, Brenda, the political class has always held this country to captive. What the Deputy President has said, and the Deputy President I totally support with him, it's not about whether members of Parliament's feelings are necessary. It is in compliance with the constitutional provision. We do not expect them not to pass that bill. It is mandatory. And the self-propelling provisions of the Constitution are very clear that failure to do that, the consequences are here.
So are we likely to see members of Parliament pass this bill on Wednesday? Because we have seen President Uhuru Kenyatta, we've also seen Deputy President William Ruto weeping members of Jubilee Party to pass this bill. So what will happen what will play on the floor of the House on Wednesday?
What used to stop the President from going to the point of dissolving Parliament was the political context at that time. There was a very strong opposition called ODM and NASA. There were very other people, independent parties outside. So no president could have gone to dissolve Parliament. Today we are in a new political dispensation where you cannot say this is Jubilee, where you cannot say this is NASA, where you cannot say this is Wiper. So the President has the greatest goodwill that he has ever had any time. If the President and Raila Odinga push the people to move in, and the people, the parliamentarians disobey this order, they lose nothing. The general election does not include the presidential election. So that is why I'm very certain that they will be forced, whether they like it or not, to pass this bill. But parliamentarians are chameleons. They can simply appear to agree, but when they reach in parliament, they don't do that.
I was actually getting there, Wakili, because you've also seen some members of parliament, saying outrightly that they will not vote for this bill.
One thing, a politician is paid to talk. Don't take them seriously. These people will comply with the directions that will be issued by the president and Raila Odinga. Remember, there was this petroleum bill, and they were told what to do. A few disgruntled elements were seen dancing and carrying white handkerchiefs. The position as it is, Brenda, let me tell you, the president, the deputy president, the leaders, the political leadership already has been made to go to the offensive. Look at the arguments the parliamentarians are raising. They are saying that if they pass the bill, they'll be giving a blank check to the leaders of the parties to nominate their slave queens, their girlfriends, which is a serious, serious affront. If the leaders of the parties do not push through, then Kenyans will say, Kumbe, that was the position. So I think the president will do magic on Wednesday.
All right, just hold on to that thought, because it is something that we should be talking about later on when we come back, because we've also had, some members of parliament saying that this bill also create, platform for some political parties to nominate what they term as a slay queen in the slang word. But allow me to take a short break. But when we come back, we shall be continuing with this discussion when it comes to the two-thirds agenda rule.